Hello everyone, Agion here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. So on the right side, as the Austere player, we have Utendar? Tendar? I really don't know. It could really be pronounced in multiple different ways, and on the left side, much more easy to pronounce, what the flight?
Squad ready for action.
As USF, let's see, for the companies who do have rifle, potential, heavy cav, potential, airborne, potential. Over on the right side, we have elite troops, potential. The stormtroopers can make usage of. There is a large number of garrisons, so stormtroopers can make usage of that. We do also have Jaeger infantry. Even after rework, I still really don't like this doctrine. There's too much munitions draw. And you got an anti-tank munition sink and anti-general munition sinks, as well as a couple upgrades. And spearhead. Probably not, unless the Austere player goes for a lot of MGs and mortars. I mean, not Austere, USF. He goes for a lot of support weapon teams potentially, but not generally the case with USF. They have the latest teching of all the support weapons. Probably tied really for CoH2. We do have a dual Pioneer opener into dual Grenadiers, so no MG team. And triple Rifleman. Nothing too crazy over there. The problem is, the MGs go very slow, and it's the whole problem with actually the Austere started. An MG opener is just very slow, doesn't really hard to apply effectively, because you expect the engagements pretty much in any which direction depending on your opponent's capping order. If they're going for a bit more aggressive, trying to secure some territory. If they're going a bit more passive, just trying to get some immediate income. Riflemen try to run forward to the heavy car to meet the Grenadiers, but any sort of run forward really doesn't do a lot of losses. You do have another squad rifleman running forward, but really should have ran to the right side, perhaps even getting this building. That would have been great. But going to the right side just to make sure he fires upon not in cover, I would have been a better idea, because those guys were pretty wounded. Grenadiers chasing the riflemen. This is a cutoff point. Pioneers over here capturing up. He does have the other Pioneer squad over here. Pioneer squads are really pathetic in any combat situation. They need a flamer to be any sort of effective, really. Even when flanking at point-blank range, they don't do much damage whatsoever. Looks like the riflemen should be able to win out this engagement. Both of them are running into the heavy cover, and the riflemen do prefer the close range. The Grenadiers do prefer the longer range, but riflemen still pretty effective at long range as well. Do now have an MG42 team, which will provide in some damage, but he has gotten this building. Pack jumps out when the MG packed up. There's only one window there, so he could actually stuck out and fought against it. Now the riflemen are running forward. There is the base MG's way back here, which actually is slightly misrepresented. It could reach. There we go. It's not reaching into it now. Oh, he didn't really need to fall back. There's a forward reinforcement point there, but he didn't realize that he was in range of base MGs. Pioneers. And beyond the heavy cover, they can stall out, but they won't be able to win. They actually probably would. They actually did quite a bit of damage to that squad that was running by. Running over negative cover tends to keep it. Ooh, the Pioneer squad may potentially go down. He's running over negative cover. We do got a flamer now out on the field. They'll burn these riflemen alive. And right now, that's actually pretty good engagement for the flamer right here. They're behind heavy cover, so they will sustain additional damage. And he's actually just running towards this munitions point. The munitions is actually quite important for Austere, so it's actually probably a good idea he is capping it up. We have the MG42 inside this church. And this rifleman still being very problematic. A flame burst or two would have easily decided that engagement, but instead they're still sticking out and fighting. We will force back this Grenadier squad. We'll just now drop model. He does not have an ambulance, which is a bit problematic because the next engagement they have will probably result in that rifle decisively losing. Not frags? No, he's running forward. I do not have frags on the way. Oh, wait. Oh, the MG got out of that building. I didn't realize it got out of the building. Why? I assumed it wasn't. It was reloading since firing. We'll go ahead and decap the fuel point up north. Overall, the Austria player does have a bit better map control, I would say. Oh, he is a bit. He's facing against a cap of VPs, but that doesn't really play out a huge role at this point in the game. He's building up the life mechanized company. Will we go for a 2-2, or will we go for pattern clearance, or will we just go for a pack 40? Do have an M20 utility car on the field. We're coming on out, but he will be facing against a 222 scout car. Auto cannon will rip up that utility car, no problem, unless utility car baits him over a mine that it can place down. Those mines are equivalent to a Regal AT mine, which means it will cause immobilization.
We have a new scout car. Boys, you ready to roll out?
We do have armor skirts being upgraded onto it, so we'll become more resilient to small arms fire. He definitely spotted it now, and he looks like he may be going to run forward with a Faust, but no, he has locked in the Jaeger infantry doctrine just now realized. That will allow him to get a couple pair of upgrades, G43s, ambush camouflage. We do got the 2-2 here. There is an AT grenade available on the squad, but he's incredibly low on health. He's going to be dropping all those models quite quickly, so an ambulance is very needed at the moment.
You ready to roll out?
Not seeing any mines yet. You have a 50 cal here. The 50 cal is excellent versus light vehicles due to it able to penetrate its armor quite easily. Jumps out quite early with the bazooka. And that's bazooka hitting the 2. You have some teller mines here.
We are losing a sector.
The M20 would have run that over. Not good. Instant death. You have the Jaeger Command squad now. Jaeger Command has a huge variety of utilities, such as the smoke grenade, rifle grenade, sprint. Oh, the sprint is actually from the ambush camouflage. But having the smoke grenade, as well as a rifle grenade, as well as a Panzerfaust on the elite infantry squad, just a whole lot of utility, and eventually flares as well. Though not many people actually use flares. Even if you go for rifle company, not many people even use the flares then. Ooh. And just barely misses it.
You need some reconnaissance?
You could respond to it. Maybe you'll find it. House will go ahead and connect onto the M20, snaring its engine. It will try to creep away, but it's now 2-2 has smelt the blood in the water. We'll chase it down quite easily at this state. Could try to jump out the crew and use that bazooka. He has found smoke in a very good position, prevents any line of sight, and in fact, he will not follow in fearing of any of the M5, the modified M6 mines. The Cal is still very potent of a machine gun.
Where's that shooter? Our supply line is cut. Germans are making a push.
Fall back! Infantry has our range!
Both sides do have a
We're losing
bit of
a
a
capture
stockpile
point.
of manpower. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to invest into.
Under attack!
Ooh, very good usage of the flamer. And may in fact decrew that machine gun. It has significant amount of damage coming down upon it. We'll get a nice little body block there.
They're trying to outflank us!
Enemy infantry. Fire at will.
And he will not get it. He really should have got that.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
I think because the flamer was not inside the building, it couldn't have exactly followed all too well. But still, that MG should have gone down. It was dead to right.
Orders incoming!
Area's ours.
Are you serious? Boy!
We just got promoted.
Crowd flamethrower! You need fire
So do have ambush camouflage on the MG. Let's see, any battle phases? We do not have battle phase 2 just yet. In fact, he has 200 fuel. At battle phase B or battle phase 2, and he has enough mechanized quite easily. He may actually have enough for. He could actually got out of Panzer IV by now, so he's really.
Enemy is taking our territory.
I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. I mean, he has 800 manpower, 200 fuel. He needs to research Battle Phase 2 immediately. I mean, that takes quite a bit of time to research. And he could easily afford
We are
have
losing
built
a
a Panzer IV or start to build a Panzer IV about now. This building will be claimed by the Jaeger Command Squad. This Rifleman Squad will need to fall back soon. He may get wiped, but he will not.
Get your men covering the approach.
Sort of surprised. We've seen that utility car out, and we haven't not seen a minesweeper just yet. I would assume the minesweeper would be on the top of the list, because if he hits one of those mines, sure, the 222 will be dead. Anything heavier will be completely immobile. We do have another attack to captain, so we do have not a straight to major. Ooh, kills off that rifleman squad. I think he uses a rifle grenade. And he does have this
has been increased.
drop bar here, and the G43s I think will consume only one weapon slot instead of two. I mean, if I select it, I can see he can pick it up now.
Return fire! Squad under attack!
Missing that is actually quite important. It would really be a good weapon for him to pick up.
Our squad has been honored by its bravery!
There we go. Now you realize it.
Okay,
The enemy
AG gun
is
has
overrunning one
set
of our capture
up.
points.
One more hit, and the 222 will in fact go down.
don't let him bound up!
Nothing down south to guard the VP. Not even in the middle of the map either. Ooh. Wait, was that a... Oh, I just realized that was the lieutenant that went down. I thought that was a rifleman, but actually that was in fact the lieutenant. This captain's using one bazooka. We do not have... Well, we do have weapon racks researched now. We might see some weapons come in. We do have the... We saw this earlier. The rear echelon had the bazooka. Ooh, an S minefield. Something you don't want to be stepping on. Remember correctly, the S mines, when the tripwire is tripped between these two, the mine actually jumps up then explodes.
Back change! Covering fire!
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
We do have the support armor core has been built. We do have the Panzer IV now out on the way. He's actually approaching the fuel for another Panzer IV. Give him 2 minutes. Just no time whatsoever, and plenty of manpower for it as well.
We've been spotted by enemy!
He does have 3 squads infantry units to fight with. Generally, people say you need 4, though 3 can make do, but he's having a bit of trouble with map control. Maybe another MG, like get another MG squad, put it in here, or a Pack 40 would be another good option as well. Maybe just trying to keep. That would be great to have preemptively, because you never know when your opponent might deploy some armor. He did see the captain attack, so Major's pretty far away. He can get the Major now, but still.
Paratroopers standing by for
You
air
have
assault
elite
missions.
infantry coming in, paratroopers. He already does have 3 riflemen, so it's a little bit. He does have the Browning, so this will reach him the 4 squads of recommend infantry. I've usually seen people just keep on building it. Really no good
On the ground.
at poorly timed. You have the Grenadiers here. They're fighting behind heavy cover. The bazookas are destroying the wire. Panzer 4 is now out. The mount's almost finished. There is these bazookas in the house. Bazookas can fight the Panzer 4. That 2 bounces, however, and the rifleman didn't back retreat, so no snare possible. Frag does come out by the rifle from the paratroopers, but it does a nice timely retreat. The AT gun engaging, but rolls a miss as well. So far, it's been rolling quite in favor of the Austere and the RNG.
Good to go. Crowds are sniffing around our asses.
Now we
Tactical
finally got a
point being
penetrating hit.
captured.
Bazooka's coming on it. Looks like a miss and a bounce. Billy Carr trying to flank this MG. He will not try to engage it. This Teller mine is still alive. In fact, I think a bazooka landed on top of it, but did not detonate it.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Reinforcements in.
The artillery. We do got the light artillery coming on in. The light artillery. Wow, that light artillery was completely misplaced. It landed in front of the building, not on the building. It did any damage to the building itself. We do not have any weapon upgrades for the paratroopers right now. The paratroopers are pretty decent at long-range fighting.
Panzer here. We're taking fire!
Luckily, he does still have his 2 Pioneer squads. That makes his repairs very reasonable and easy to. Ooh, there goes the Panzer. There goes the 222. As I was saying before, he has with 2 Pioneers is a good number of Pioneers for repairs. We do got a 2nd Panzer 4 out on the field, which is a huge amount of pressure he can apply. Though he does have to worry about 2 squads of bazookas. MG42 will be displaced from the building. He still has 2 G43 Grenadiers here. A short-range rifleman may possibly do some massive damage.
Ground's ours. Now spread out. Deploy into all-round security.
Use it! Under fire! Ready to copy.
The Major is out. And most likely we'll see I'm assuming a Jackson. He's facing against quite a bit of armor. Sherman is quite reasonable. I would assume Jackson may be a bit better option. He does have plenty of infantry available to him at the moment. He does have a decent amount of anti-tank to ward away, not exactly to kill threats as well. So really a Sherman or Jackson could be quite possible. You do got the M1 AT gun engaging. The Panzer IV will roll a bounce, however. This church is almost down. One shot. Oh, close to that shot. Miss. And ooh, the other Panzer IV gets a nice shot to that group of riflemen. This Panzer IV has received 2 hits. We'll need to go ahead and get repairs. The other one gets tagged as well.
We're losing a capture point. Contact! German infantry!
Hold the right flank.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
With these Panzer IVs, the one was quite wounded. This building could go down, but luckily one of the shots landed in the middle of the structure and not towards the wall, preventing it from collapsing. Riflemen, Captain, paratroopers,
The enemy is overrunning one of
good
our
amount of
capture
infantry,
points.
not exactly a good amount of anti-tank, only a pair of bazookas. But one of these Panzer IVs are quite wounded and can do quite a bit of damage. The AT gun is being warded away by the MG42 as well as the Grenadier, so good screening with those infantry. Down south we do have rear echelon capturing up the various areas, getting some more munitions. Munitions quite critical for the US player at the moment because he would really at least stockpile enough to get the P-47 rocket ship. He has gotten 0 bars and these G-43s are being very nasty to him as well. He's been spending his munitions quite a lot. And we got a Faust bug. The Faust actually hit the fence, which I think this fence may have just somehow blocked it. Usually the Faust just goes through everything, but apparently not that time. Or Faust is not on cooldown. Maybe it was a bazooka that hit there. Paratrooper squad almost went down, but did not. Oh, we got a snare there. It looks like the Grenadiers managed to run forward with another Faust.
Enemy forces now
We got the
has
AT gun
300
engaging.
points remaining.
Try to get a snare there. A T was getting ripped
A
apart.
capture point is being overrun.
Almost went down right there.
Hit the dirt!
The US player has enough fuel for any armor of his choosing at the moment. However, he's sort of lacking on manpower. He has a huge number of squads, which is bleeding him quite a bit. Here, an artillery coming on in. Looks like he's come. And you actually get it on top of the target this time.
Enemy infantry! Pour it on!
House will connect. Now it would actually connect. Actually, he lost vision and yeah, will not connect actually. You got a major here, forward reinforcements. However, oh, literally no, that's a really good spot not to fire smoke, and in fact, a really good spot just to rip them apart.
Someone get us out of here!
As of course, could go ahead and move forward. There's a lot of juicy targets for him.
Back to full strength.
A capture
US plays
point is under
far away
attack.
from the tank. Plenty of fuel, no manpower.
Under fire!
Oh, this Grenadier may in fact go down, will go down. This Jaeger command squad needs a route to fall back. He's very low in health. The M20 will in fact go down
Light
to
vehicle
the
just got
Panzer
destroyed.
IV.
Crowd's taking pot shots at us!
I push over here, securing the
Just got a
middle
report of an
VP,
infantry
the
unit
southern
being
VP.
wiped out.
Looks like something was left. Ooh, the rear echelon squad. That's a bazooka squad down. Though he did build another AT gun squad, but still losing their bazookas,
point is under
loss of
attack.
munitions as well as some AT. And seeing he has no armor out in the field himself, that AT is actually quite important. Good hit by the Panzer IV does significant wounding. Getting models.
Don't stop! The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Listen up,
Captain trying to run forward, but he doesn't really have the manpower to support that type of play style of running forward. Oh, the austere player can. He has over nearly a 1,500 manpower. in a good position. He has a lot of fuel. He can get another Panzer IV. A third Panzer IV would be crushing. Does he have?
Pinned down!
Trying to see what battle phase he has, but the game's just not allowing me to look at it conveniently. Ooh, there was a utility mine there. He has still not gotten a minesweeper, and he lost that Panzer IV in a way he really shouldn't have. He saw the utility car, he knows a greater chance for mines, and he lost Panzer IV thanks to it. You have another Panzer IV being built. He has enough fuel for a third Panzer IV as well. The building finally goes down. Captain Squad will run straight to the MG. The US player finally has enough manpower for a vehicle. And was... Okay, at first I saw a brief moment it was a pack howitzer. Now we have a Sherman on the build queue. But she's fighting against a lot of Panzer IVs. Jackson may be a bit better. Ooh, and this M4 with Panzer IV, one more shot and it will go down. It's a massive loss and a huge air of forgetting that. I realize that he has, after loss of Grenadier, he has not replaced with anything. Panzer Grenadier will be a great item to replace his missing infantry. Get 2 squads of Panzer Grenadiers. This will be quite a bit of infantry damage. Upgrade of G43s or at least camouflage. Got an excellent ambusher. AT rifle grenade will connect. Another shot from the AT gun will connect. We'll take another 2 more shots or another AT grenade and AT gun shot. Well, this Austrian player has really been, I would say, he's been throwing away his lead. He could easily have gotten 4 Panzer IVs on the field, but he's been floating a large amount of manpower as well as fuel for the entire game. He's not at pop cap, so there's no reason why you should not invest to other things, whether it be bunkers, MGs, mortars, infantry. It's something. You have a sniper being built as well as a grenadier. And you will go ahead and decrew that MG team. It'll be a very risky secure. He lost the model. Better not secure it. Cancel the secure. Cancel the secure. And he did not. And he even dropped the bar that he picked up. He will secure the Browning, but the Grenadier was much more valuable. And I didn't realize that was the Grenadier with a bar as well. That was a very powerful squad. And now he just gave back the Lieutenant's bar.
What the hell? Where's that coming from? Ready.
German tank equipped if HE. That's not exactly what you want to have equipped versus a Panzer IV. And now running forward in MG, getting ripped apart by the LMG-equipped paratroopers.
MG-42! They come again! Don't rush them! 28! I got a damn pinned over here! Our right flank is
Light down the hatches!
We have training and discipline! Use it!
German tank will go ahead and displace that MG. There is the Panzer IV, still no Pack 40.
Rear echelon
Easily
troops on the
affordable.
front line.
But he only has to deal with 1 Sherman tank, so he doesn't really need the Pack 40. Second mortar could be quite potent.
Enemy riflemen!
Panzer Grenadiers, something he needs more infantry. Panzer Grenadiers will have better stock value. And his opponent doesn't really have a large number of bars. Even then, Panzer Grenadiers do quite well versus even bar-equipped riflemen.
Hey men, stand by.
There's AT guns. Vet 3 has 2 kills, 2 vehicles.
A capture point is
This
being
AT gun's
overrun.
been more than valuable. We did lose the other one. We saw earlier the AT gun being destroyed by the Panzer IV. Our grenade will come through and will decrew the AT gun. Losing that veteran seat is
Your
actually quite
crew just got
important.
wiped out. Enemy armor. Tank
That
ready.
Sherman tank is damaged. He could run forward to the house, but there's a Vet 3 rifleman standing between him. Not like the greatest thing to run past. Both these Panzer IVs are 50% damage. He needs to get back and repair those up. The Jaeger commander will go ahead and connect the Faust.
Kill those assholes.
Intend to run over the Jaeger commander, but was unable to. Thanks large part to the Faust.
Tank
The Sherman
destroyer is
Stake
ready
is
for
still
orders.
equipped with the HE. Get a nice hit there. Both the Panzer IVs are all the way back home repairing up. Let's have the captured 50. Might as well make good usage out of it. Locking down this northern sector. I would say behind this truck will be a great spot for it. I just realized
We're at
this
200
truck
points.
has treads. I don't believe farming equipment uses
capture
treads
point is
all
under
too
attack.
often. So I'm guessing, I don't know. I don't know why a truck like that would have treads. Is it German origin? Russian? French? I mean, this map is in the Russian western front, if I remember correctly. So, I don't know.
We're losing a capture point.
Do have a Jackson now out. The Jackson is a very potent tank destroyer.
God damn it! Someone get us out of here!
You also have a Stroke on the counterpart as well as this, and he still has his 2 Panzer IVs, so we do have quite a bit of armor presence by the Axis player, and now a good amount of armor presence by the Allied player.
Kill that
There's plenty of
MG-42
fuel.
crew.
Could get out another Sherman tank or another Jackson. Another Sherman tank may be a bit better option. Has a bit more utility versus infantry. Firepower, just generally, not even utility, just firepower.
Reinforcements in. Welcome to the death factory, boys. They're taking aim.
Land over here!
Sniper has received a couple bullets.
We're pinned down!
Only have 5 kills, hasn't accomplished all too much so far. Jackson, I think, has been spotted. And knows have to be careful about that. And this sniper really should not be on this side of the church. It will get ripped apart very quickly by this Vet 2 paratroopers if they didn't stop doing 360 no scopes and actually
Promotion's in!
slow down, crouch, prone, and aim their weapons.
Enemy armor is chewing us up!
This was still... Actually, no, this is a different squad of rear echelon bazookas, so he still has 2 squads of bazookas roaming around. So these Panzer IVs do have a lot of opposition now on the field. Like,
Promotion just came in! Spread out! Area secure! Enemy area secure!
oh, the captain is
Thanks,
very
boys,
low in
here.
health now.
Sherman ready.
You got another Sherman tank. I would say that's a better option than the Jackson at this moment. He already has a number of bazookas as well, and the Sherman tanks do fairly well versus Panzer IVs.
Return fire! MG-42!
North side, we still have a Sherman tank on patrol. Is loading up HE rounds now, so it doesn't have this is moving to respond to it. We do have enough fuel for another Panzer IV, but we don't have the population to see another Panzer IV. Jug will go and engage the Sherman tank at long range. Sherman has the HE rounds equipped, so not exactly in a good position. He can't really circle around the Stug at the moment since he will be snared by the Jaeger commander. Panzer IV and Sherman tank will engage at close range. Is using the HE rounds as often as he can.
We're losing a capture point.
Welcome to the Death Factory, boys. Stick with me and you might just make it.
Large number of bazookas now engaging the Stug. The Sherman tank still has his HE rounds equipped. We do got the Jackson now moving forward. Rifleman will land, but will do some minor damage. Though the MG will suppress, and the Stug is very close to death. He could try force firing the ground, but he will actually escape.
A capture point is under attack.
We're getting plastered over here! Infantry!
He is trying to push forward, trying to reclaim the center VP, but he will have to fight two Panzer IVs, and these stutters are very annoying. I think I need to update my drivers or something. Ooh, the MG team is very, very depleted. We got these Sherman tank over here, Sherman tank up here. I think that was an HE round. Nope, it is in fact an AP round. Bazooka's coming in to support. Mortar team being forced back. The VPs have a good margin in favor in the austere player. Around 80.
Enemy armor is chewing us up! Promotion's in!
Infantry, nail him with the MG.
Ooh, the HE round in front of the with the church's backdrop. The next HE round could wipe out the squad, if not the machine guns. He may lose that squad still. No, he loses vision of it. And off that squad will be a critical blow. He still doesn't have a whole lot of infantry, a lot of MGs, one captured Browning, two MG-42s, as well, and the Browning can't be upgraded with the ambush camouflage. As well, we'll roll and miss, and we'll find this teller mine of that shot. That teller mine almost killing the utility car in the beginning of the game more than once, but just always slightly not efficient. I see a little smoke from the Sherman tank covering retreat. The Axis armor is very damaged, and these bazookas are moving very far forward towards him. We'll get a bit of damage on one. Roll another bounce. He's been getting a lot of bounces on those bazookas. Preemptive. A artillery barrage will ward away his opponent from entering the area. Rifleman is somewhat entering the area, but will not get hit any by those shells. And will almost decrew this Pack 40. Will in fact decrew the Pack 40. We got a pack howitzer out on the build queue now. That'd be good indirect fire. He does have plenty of armor. Though he does have some fuel, I probably would invest into another Sherman tank myself. It can never hurts to have more armor. Once you get a huge number of Shermans and just put them on HE, you can just rip apart all the infantry squads. Oh, that mortar's not the right spot.
What's that gunner thinking? Kill those stupid bastards!
We'll go ahead and finally upgrade his first Pinto mount. Doth will be engaging, still has HE rounds equipped. We'll get 2 nice hits there.
Enemy armor! Keep it up!
Keep those rockets coming!
3rd Panzer IV is now out in the field. He has enough fuel for another, and by the time he can deploy that one, he can probably deploy another 2
They're
more.
at 200 points.
Grab your shit and follow me.
Jackson could be overwhelmed. The Stug will get a nice shot there. Panzer IV will go to miss. Another Panzer IV will get a nice hit there. Will initiate blitz in order to run him down. Will roll a miss, however.
Enemy armor!
And will decide to go ahead and fall back. You have a bazooka as well as a snare moving forward. Needs to turn off prioritized fire. The Stug is running too far forward. More bazookas will rain on in. 2 grenadiers are moving forward. Damage engine on one of the Panzer IVs, and still more bazookas laying into him. We got a Sherman tank moving forward. Is still equipped with HE. I think he's just eyeing to ward away the grenadiers.
Infantry!
Jackson running forward, only at half health. Will receive a shot from the Stug. The Stug is 1 shot away from death, so as the Jackson.
Hands, goddammit! Contact! Hands it! Ready to go!
That 2 AT gun is lining up. We'll get a nice penetrating hit there. And a nice pack howitzer shot as well as HE will force away the Grenadier.
We lost
More
a
light
gun crew.
artillery barrages. And we'll go ahead and decrew the AT gun. Losing that efficiency is actually quite important. Though it does free up some room to deploy another Sherman tank.
Squad is back to full strength. They got us zeroed in here! Defensive action! Bring the gun round!
Panzer IV!
Enemy armor!
Bazookas will go connect, and the snare will connect as well. MG42, however, moving forward, will go ahead and suppress the squads. We will go ahead and decrew the mortar with the paratroopers. All of its armor is incredibly wounded. At this point, a 3rd Pioneer squad would not be too unreasonable. It doesn't have the population to support it. Oh, the AT gun has found its mark. However, it loses vision. All of the X armor is 1 shot away from death. The Pioneers. Oh, that's why he's not being repaired. These guys are overlapping. They're trying to repair the Panzer IV, but oh, huge miss micro. That's a huge problem, and he's not repairing.
The enemy is
That is a
overrunning one of our
critical
capture
mistake.
points.
Having this stuff not repair up, and they won't be repaired up anytime soon
Serial down.
if he doesn't realize his bug.
Ready.
There we go. He's realized it now, but he's still not repairing at the moment. You got the suppressive fire from the paratroopers.
Fall back!
He has deployed another squad of paratroopers, I just realized. He's upgrading the Thompsons. Looks like he's got a nice mix. Though he still has not upgraded one of his rifle squad with anything. And he won't receive any weapon drops from his opponent. His G43 still not drop. LMG-42 still required the entire squad to be wiped to have a chance to be dropped.
Get those Thompsons in Panzer! Find cover!
This Panzer IV still not repaired. One of this guy is about ready to be fully repaired. I only see one Pioneer on it. This one's building. He really... It's questionable, I'd say. Because he really needs that guy repairing. That's actually more important than building that. Though he does have plenty of fuel to purchase anything that tier. He won't buy anything of it anytime soon because he doesn't have enough population.
Capture complete! Hit the deck! That's an AT, goddammit!
Act 40 is finding its mark and being reinforced from the nearby left mechanized company.
Taking fire! Contact! Heavy MG! Watch your distance! Shift your fire!
A capture point is under attack.
Squad is back to full strength.
Crowd armor! Evasive action!
Rounds on! Enemy armor! Flank so the gunner can't see you!
There's still a couple of these S-mines left, so you could try luring the captain into that. I think he generally knows that those things are up. I wonder how many mines are still left for me to lose the entire squad over. Jackson, Sherman, still equipped with HE.
Who's got eyes on the shooter?
Drug will go ahead and roll this in the Sherman tank. Oh, there's another Sherman tank ready for him to engage. He lost one of his Pioneer squads, and there's tanks still back in base needing to be repaired. It is very problematic. He needs to rebuild that Pioneer squad immediately.
Enemy armor! Shooting us off, did it? Contact! Panzer IV!
Get your men covering the approaches.
Very good hit.
Enemy forces have 100 points remaining.
German Panther!
I think he said Panther, but it's clearly a Panzer. And that HE round penetrated the frontal armor. Lucky hit there.
Armor inbound!
But he won't get lucky a second time. And the Strube will in fact go down. Now you can go ahead and get a Panther if you so. Nope, he does not have the population for it.
Gun crew just got wiped out.
Jarkman's still running forward. He can get a kill through the AT rifle grenade.
Damn Krauts
will
just
fall
wasted
back.
some of our riflemen.
He lost a squad of riflemen, but I still see these two squads here. He may have crewed a weapon team with the riflemen. That's why he said consider the riflemen. And my mouse is now acting a bit crazy. snare will go ahead and connect on that Sherman tank. The Sherman tank is back at home repairing. This Panzer IV is being brought to the line without repairs. I would say this Austria player really is. The Austria player should just straight up won by now, but he's actually on the verge of losing.
They have only 75 points remaining.
He could invest in. He could at least got 4 Panzer IVs by versus 1 Sherman tank. That would have been enough to crush any opposition. This Panzer IV could go down to the bazookas, to the Jackson. So a bit of S-mines here, something to note, and his AT gun standing right on top of it. Great pack howitzer shot. Like that, we'll go ahead and kill the pack out that pack 40. More smoke popping on in, trying to ward away the AT gun, I'm assuming. Bazookas, however, getting some nice penetrating hits, and the pack howitzer is getting some mine support into the armor as well. German tank is engaging. Overall bounce is equipped with AP. This one's equipped with AG. And the Panzer IV here is almost dead, 1 shot away from death, but will not be focused down. Pack howitzer pitching in some white phosphorus smoke.
50 points remaining.
Mortar team rushing on forward. That's like a great spot for him. Do in fact have another light artillery barrage being called on in. Honestly, most of those light artillery barrages have not been too effective. Saving up for a J air support would have been quite good. Even for the Sherman tanks as well as the Jackson. We do have a P-47 being called on in. We do have a proper loiter. Jackson rushing forward, supported by some paratroopers. And that's a lot of rockets that are raining in that Sherman tank. Not Sherman, Panzer IV. Almost outright killing it. These pinto mounts are actually a bit problematic as well, because they will fire up those aircrafts, allowing them to be spotted.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture
One
points.
fully repaired Panzer IV. It is moving forward. We do have 1 AT gun. Snare will connect, but Jackson's now engaging the Panzer IV.
Germans are on the ropes. They're down to 25 points.
Taking heavy engine fire!
These Panzer IVs need repairs.
Kill the Russian dogs!
They dialed us in. Ready.
Field strip complete. Battery ready.
And this looks like the end of the game. 5 points remaining, a double cap in favor of the USF player. Bazookas destroying the gun of the Panzer IV. That was not once into combat and not repaired.
Reinforcements in. Welcome to the Death Factory, boys. Get ready to take 30 more. Might just make it.
I just realized they're saying, yo, send these atheists to hell. That's more of a quote when it was Austria versus Soviets, but the US are definitely not atheists. If you know any stereotypical Americans saying, pretty much, it usually involves by God.
You're letting them break the line! Now it's lord like it! Point capture! Hands are forward!
Looks like he's... Oop.
Drive
Looks,
the
there we
attack.
go.
They
All
only
the
have
mines have
10
been
points remaining.
swept, quote unquote.
Cover!
8 points remaining, not any potential captures anytime soon, so this is pretty much the end of the replay. This Austria player should have won this game. He was in an excellent position. Problem is, he was floating resources out of Panzer IV out much sooner. He could have had 4 Panzer IVs out much sooner. As well as some other minor mistakes, but those are the big ones. Overall, this is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.